Hello and welcome. Today we will be modeling this coffee table, modern coffee table. So let's get right into the action. Watch till the end, like and subscribe. I'll go to my top view. Shift A to create a plane. Okay, I'll create a plane. Press N so I can modify the dimension. So the width that I want is 100 centimeter and the depth will be 70. Let's take a look. Okay, now I want to adjust the set the height for the coffee table. So press tab to edit and E to extrude, and I will enter the value 45. Enter. So 45 is the height for this coffee table. Now what I would like to do is minus the height of the legs. So in my wireframe view, so I'll select all of these and raise it up in the Z axis by 20 centimeter. All right. Very good looking coffee table. Now the next thing what I will do is add the curve to the corners. Okay, so I will go to my edge mode or press 2 and then click, or I can go to my wireframe view and then select all of these. Okay, and press Ctrl B to bevel. So let's open up the settings. So this is the amount of width for the bevel. So I will select 16 centimeter and let's try 8 segments or maybe more. But before I confirm, as you can notice in the top view, the curve is not equal. Okay, so I'll cancel this. Just press undo. The reason is if you check the scale value is off, it should be 1. So the easiest way to fix it, Control A and say all transform. All right. Now I can try again. Press Control B and let me give the same value 16, and 16 is too much. Let's reduce it to 12. Okay, maybe 10. Yeah, 10 is good. Now I will create a segment. Control R and bring it up here. Let me check the value. Maybe I will give it 42 or 43. Okay. Now this face over here, if I alt click, it will select the face, even though I am in edge mode. So I will bevel it, Control B, and I can use my mouse wheel to reduce the number of segments. I want 0 segments. So maybe just about here, and that's good. Okay, now this portion that I am looking at will be the detailing part, the part where I will create the ribbed effect. Okay, so let me select all of the faces, alt click, sorry, select the face, alt click, so it will select the loop, entire loop, and all I want is to extrude first. So let me press E to extrude, and I want to equally extrude it. So while the extrude is on, I will right click. The extrude is on. I will press Alt S, and then this way I can equally bring it out. Okay. So now I can come in here and adjust the offset. So maybe 0.3, maybe 0.2. Okay. And now what I would like to do is create the piece that we will be using it for the detailing. All right, so let me create a cube. Shift, let me get out of the edit mode. Okay, Shift A, mesh cube. This is the cube. We'll just scale it down, and in my top view, bring this out, scale it down, and scale it down further, and then just move it in somewhere here. And then what we can do is, I'll go to my front view. Okay, it's tiny little cube, so just move it up. Move it up. I think it's way too small. Maybe just a little bit here. In my wireframe mode, I'll just bring it down up about here. Let me show you in perspective. Where is this location? Okay, so now let me push this back a little bit, and I want to give these two edges, let me first collapse, scale and rotation, and I'll select this edge and this, and let's give some bevel. I like that. Okay, now I would like to expand this all the way down. So I'll select my vertex from my front view, wireframe, I'll select the bottom vertex, just move it down, something like this. It can overlap. Okay, so we are ready with this piece. I will take this to copy it around alongside the shape of this table. All right, and this is going to be the fun part. But before I do it, I think I can, what the important part is, let me make this pivot point center to the object. So right click, set the origin to geometry. As you can see, the pivot is in the center, and now what I can do is move this to the center of this scene. This is the cursor, so it should move there to 0 0 0. Yeah, so this value should be 0 0 0. So let's try it. Click and drag. Location we want to give 0. This is one way of doing it, but it's done. Now I need to add the modifier array. Okay, let's go closer and see what's happening. So if I want to give more copies, good, and I want to give more, little bit of a gap between each copy. So click and drag the X factor, something like that. We can adjust this later on in real time, but this is what we have for now. So the next thing we need is a path, the curve that this will follow. Okay, so we already have this shape. All right, so let's use this shape to get the path. Press tab to go into the edit mode, and let's select this edge loop. So alt click, our edge loop is selected. So all we need to do is separate it from the object. So one way of doing is press P to separate the selection. Okay, so let's come out of the object mode and select the path. Let's try to move it around. Yes, that's good. So let me adjust the position, slightly bring it down. And at the moment, this is a mesh object. I want to convert this to a curve. So easy way to do is right click, convert to a curve. You can see the symbol, the curve, and this is a symbol for the mesh. As you can see, at the moment it's a mesh symbol, so it's a mesh. We are converting it to a curve, and it has changed to a curve shape. So let's rename this. I will call this the Genius Name Path. Okay, so this name will come in handy in a bit. So now we are ready to use this path. Okay, so I will add another modifier, click, and then use this modifier called curve. Now we need to pick, either we can use the picker or we can click this and it will give the list of all the paths. So we have only one and we know the name, so let's click it. Okay, so it has snapped in this location, no problem. So now we can increase the count and complete our round. And let's get a closer view. Just okay, so let's have an equal closing. Let's see, looks good. Fine. Now adjusting the height is no problem. We can go to our front view and press G, middle mouse button, and then we can just bring it down just like this. I can adjust in my perspective view. You get the idea. As you can see, okay, at the moment I am interested to have the position starting from here, but that's fine. All we can do is adjust the path. If I select the path and scale the path, so I don't want this to scale in the Z axis. So what I can do is press Shift Z. So it will not go in the Z axis, only X and Y. Okay, so let's have a closer look and then we can adjust it. So I will scale the path, press Shift Z, and oh, as you can see, it is rotating in the other direction. We will fix it in a bit. I will press and hold Shift so I can control how smooth it is. Okay, somewhere here, and then press G, Z, so I can move the, oh, let me select this object, G and Z, and move it up. Press hold and Shift and move it just about it. Okay, so now all I need to do is select this, press tab to edit, and it will show us the original. So wherever it is, we can do is click this. Okay, once we click this, we see the original piece. Okay, let's select all of the mesh, and we can do is in the edit mode, we can select all. Yeah, select all, and we can rotate it. Okay, so let's rotate it in the z-axis, and we want to complete 180-degree. So I'll just type in 180. So basically flipping it, and now let's press tab to come out of it and see the result. Of course, we have to adjust the scale now. So let's select the path and just scale it out. S to scale and Shift Z, and press and hold Shift so I can smoothly adjust it. Okay, so this is how our coffee table main part is done. Oh, yep. So we need to adjust this. So let's reduce, or let's increase. Now we can use the X factor to adjust this positioning, the gap. So we can hold Shift and then use our lovely hold Shift. Sorry, not, I want to drag. Yep, somewhere here. So let's type in our value. So let's type in 1.66. Okay, so I think it needs more of a value, 1.69, maybe 1.699. Aha. Hey, now it looks almost there. Maybe 1698. No, 1699 was better. Sorry, 1.698. Mistake. Okay, now it's good. It's time to create our legs. Oh, sorry, the leg for the coffee table. I will create a cube, and this cube we will create 4 centimeter by 4 centimeter. Okay, let's bring it over here just roughly, and let's adjust the height, maybe 30. Oh, we needed 20. Okay, let's move this up, and we can use the snap to vertex, and let's just move this up maybe somewhere here, so it is perfect. So I'm trying to attach this part, yeah, and not the rib cage. Okay, so now I would like to add some detail. Press tab, and let's give some bevel effect. Control B, and we can just have some bevel like this. Okay, and now what I can do is I want the pivot point to be in the center over here, and the reason is I want to use the mirror function. So Control A, all transform. Now I can use the mirror modifier, so it is perfect, and I can use y-axis as well, so it will copy in the other direction as well. So we are done with creating the leg. So one last piece is remaining, is the feature for the leg. I will press Control A, sorry, Shift A, and then curve point. I have the point. I'll make sure it is 3D and poly. Okay, I'll bring this closer to this leg, maybe maybe somewhere here, maybe here. And now I can start to extrude. So I'll extrude it here, and then I want to extrude here, here, and then I can just extrude it all the way here to, let's add the value. We'll just make it 0, so it will snap to the origin. Okay, and now I would like to have a smooth curve. Okay, so the way I will be doing it is I will convert this to a mesh, and I will convert this to a mesh, and now I will select all of the edges, press E to extrude, press Z so that it is only going straight in the Z axis, and I would like to have it 2 centimeter. Fine. And now I will give solidify thickness almost to the thickness of the leg. I'll increase the thickness, click and drag up to here. Fine. And now I want to collapse this. Control A, visual geometry to mesh, and now let's select these edges, alt click and shift alt click, so we have 2 edge loops selected, and let me try to press Control B. Control B. Okay, I need to select these as well. Control B. Okay, so this is how it has to be, but no, it doesn't work nicely. So I will undo everything. Let's undo it. This is okay, so I would like to smooth out the line. Okay, so if I try to select all of these and right click, select fillet, it's going crazy. Let's reduce the radius. Let's hold the shift key on the keyboard so I can fine tune it. Somewhere here. Okay, so you can easily adjust it if we want to, or we can dissolve the vertex so that we have a smooth line continuation. Okay, and now I can convert this to a mesh and select all of the line, press E to extrude, press the Z key so it is in the Z, and the height is 2 centimeter. Okay, now I would like to give thickness, so I'll go to my top view, and the thickness will be almost around the leg. Fine. And now we are almost ready, but first let me select all of these vertex and move this closer to the origin. Oh, what happened? Press G and just move it closer. Okay. Now I can use my mirror modifier. Okay, so add mirror, and I can use the, where is it, and also select the y-axis, and this way it has completed the opposite side. And I can add one more detail here. Let me just select this and Control R, and the position is fine, so I'll right click and press 2 in the edge mode, and I will select P to separate the selection. So now if I select this edge and convert this to a curve, yeah, now I can give some thickness to it, some geometry to it. So I'll go to the bevel mode, make it 1 maybe, and let's give a value of 0.1. So this is giving us some detailing, nice edge trim. Okay, 0.12 maybe. So you can adjust it however you like. Okay, and what I would like to do in the end, select the rib, all of these, creating our rib effect, and then press tab, and this I will select in the wireframe mode. So I would like to end this little bit higher, so press G and Z, so I can move it up slightly. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so this is it. This is the end of the modeling of this coffee table. So I hope you liked it and you learned something from it. So give comments, your thoughts on it, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next episode. Take care and bye bye.